Triple your garden harvest. This December with 3 forgotten Egyptian fertilizers. Hey fellow gardeners, welcome back to Soil Sage Chronicles, where we dig into soil secrets, share ancient wisdom, and explore gardening hacks that truly work. This December, I want to take you on a journey back to ancient Egypt, not to marvel at pyramids, but to unlock gardening techniques that can dramatically improve your harvest. Today, we're uncovering 3 forgotten Egyptian fertilizers that, when applied correctly, could help you triple your garden yield. Yes, you read that right, triple. And the best part? These are natural, sustainable, and incredibly easy to prepare at home. Let's dive in. Why ancient Egyptian fertilizers still matter today? You might be wondering, why turn to ancient techniques when modern fertilizers are everywhere? The truth is, Egyptians had an intimate understanding of soil and plant health long before chemical fertilizers existed. They relied on natural, plant-based concoctions to enrich the soil, promote vigorous growth, and prevent pests. Fast forward to today, our soil is often depleted and plants can struggle to thrive without a boost. These ancient fertilizers, fermented plant juices, or FPJs, are not only packed with nutrients, but also help feed the soil microbiome, which is essential for strong, healthy plants. Think of it as giving your garden a probiotic for growth. The power of FPJ, fermented plant juice explained. FPJ, or fermented plant juice, is essentially a nutrient-dense liquid extracted from plants through a fermentation process. The magic happens as the sugar added during fermentation encourages beneficial microbes to flourish, turning raw plant matter into a potent natural fertilizer. When applied, FPJ can, media group, vibrant green watercress leaves with sunlight highlighting healthy foliage and garden betastock to distribute equally. Boost leaf greenness and photosynthesis. Strengthen stems and root systems, increase flowering and fruiting potential, and enhance plant resilience against pests. In this experiment, we'll prepare 3 separate FPJs and apply them to identical plant groups. By comparing the results, we'll see which combination produces the most vigorous growth and abundant yields. Meet the 3 forgotten Egyptian fertilizers. Okay, so let's talk about garlic and onion FPJ. This classic Egyptian formula is a powerhouse for leafy growth. Garlic and onions are both rich in sulfur and nitrogen, which are just essential for green, healthy foliage. Plus, they work as natural pest repellents, keeping unwanted insects away from your garden. To prepare this, you'll want to harvest about 50 grams of garlic bulbs and another 50 grams of onion bulbs for a 10 square meter garden patch. Chop them up finely. Mix with water and then add sugar in a 1:10 ratio to the plant matter. Let it ferment for 5 to 7 days in a dark container, stirring every day. Once it's ready, strain and store the liquid in a cool, dark place. For application, dilute it 1 to 500 with water for foliar spraying, or 1 to 1000 if you're going for a soil drench. Next up is papyrus and watercress FPJ. Papyrus might seem a little unusual, but it's actually rich in phosphorus, which is super important for root development and flowering. When you combine it with watercress, which is packed with minerals and vitamins, you get an FPJ that really strengthens roots and encourages those prolific blooms. For a 10 square meter garden, just take 50 grams each of papyrus stalks and watercress, chop them up finely, add water and sugar in that same 1:10 ratio. Let it ferment for about a week, stirring daily. This FPJ is excellent for young plants or flowering crops, helping them develop strong, nutrient-rich roots. And now, date palm and fig FPJ. If you're looking to improve fruit quality and plant resilience, this FPJ is a must. Date palm and fig leaves are loaded with potassium, which supports flowering, fruit development, and overall plant strength. This mixture is just perfect for fruiting plants. Think tomatoes, peppers, or even cucumbers. To make it, harvest 50 grams each of date palm and fig leaves, chop them up, mix with water, add sugar and ferment for 5 to 7 days. Make sure to dilute before use. Again, 1 to 500 for foliar spray, 1 to 1000 for soil drench. Over the coming weeks, you'll notice stronger stems, greener leaves, and definitely more vibrant fruit. Alright, so once your FPJs are ready, it's time to apply them carefully. For best results, always treat one group of plants with one type of FPJ, keeping all other conditions identical: sunlight, watering, and soil. This way, you'll be able to directly observe the differences in growth, leaf color, and fruit set. Spray the leaves in the early morning or late afternoon to avoid sunburn, and always dilute according to the recommended ratio. For soil application, just pour around the base of the plant, making sure the liquid reaches the roots. And, for ongoing benefits, repeat every 7 to 10 days. Alright, so, whether you're just starting out or you've got years of soil under your fingernails, there are a few tips that can make a big difference. For beginners, you'll want to start small. Test each FPJ on just a few plants before you go all in across your entire garden. This way, you'll avoid over-fertilizing and really get a sense for how your plants are responding. Now, if you're a more experienced gardener, you can have a bit of fun experimenting with combinations. For instance, try alternating between the garlic onion FPJ for leafy growth and the date fig FPJ for your fruiting plants. The real beauty of these fertilizers is, honestly, just how adaptable they are. You're not only feeding your plants, you're actually enriching your soil for long-term productivity. And don't forget, fermentation is where the magic happens. Stir your mixtures daily, keep those containers covered, and make sure no mold develops. Always use fresh, healthy plant material for the best results. Over time, your garden will become more resilient, more productive, and just naturally vibrant. One of the most exciting parts about using these FPJs is, honestly, seeing those measurable results pop up in your garden. I highly recommend keeping a gardening journal. Just jot down things like leaf color, plant height, stem strength, and the number of fruits. This helps you figure out which FPJ works best for each crop. If you notice leaves getting too dark or growth is just wild but flowering is low, it's probably time to cut back on those nitrogen-rich FPJs like garlic onion. On the other hand, if fruiting is slow, try boosting your phosphorus or potassium-rich FPJs like papyrus, watercress, or date fig. Fine-tuning these ratios is honestly part of the fun, and it turns your garden into a living laboratory. Applying these fertilizers in December, well, it really does give you a unique advantage. Depending on your climate, your plants are probably moving from growth into flowering or fruiting right about now. FPJs provide the nutrients they need to thrive during this critical period. Plus, if you start now, you're setting your garden up for a super productive early spring. So, just a couple of final thoughts. Using these 3 forgotten Egyptian fertilizers isn't just about boosting your yield. It's really about reconnecting with natural, time-tested methods that work. They're simple, affordable, and sustainable. But maybe most importantly, they give you a chance to experiment, observe, and develop a deeper understanding of your garden's unique needs. So, this December, go ahead. Harvest those garlic bulbs, chop those papyrus stalks, and start fermenting your way to stronger, greener, and more productive plants. With just a little patience and observation, you could see a dramatic difference in your harvest. Maybe even triple what you've managed before. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Soil Sage Chronicles for more practical, experiment-based gardening insights. And hey, share this article and the FPJ recipes with your fellow gardeners. You never know who might benefit.